April Fool's pranks that were not as fun as you expected them to be when you were planning them. Earth Day posts on Instagram proclaiming your love for Mother Nature. And the healthcare system of a country of 1.3 billion people crashing and burning to the point of collapse. April 2021. Let's review the month, shall we? Well, let's get started on a light-hearted note. Let's talk about pop culture because I am cultured in pop. So the Korean boy band BTS, which stands for Bangtan Sonyeondan. Now, if you don't know BTS, how did you get the Wi-Fi to watch this video? Because if you have Wi-Fi, you know BTS. BTS, for those who don't know, have been very active in charity and donating to many organizations throughout their careers. They have spoken at many UN youth events. They have led their UNICEF Love Yourself campaign, and they also donated $1 million to the Black Lives Matter Foundation. And this month, they announced yet another charity project, bringing McDonald's out of loss. Now, if you don't know what McDonald's is, how are you getting Wi-Fi in North Korea? The popular fast food chain McDonald's was slowly but surely fading out of the pop culture conversation. But this month, they were brought back into the trending Twitter hashtags thanks to the recently announced BTS meal. That's right! You can now eat BTS! I get to eat Kim Namjoon? Sign me up, he's delicious! No, you don't get to eat them, obviously. But you get to eat 10 pieces chicken McNuggets, medium fries, and medium Coke along with sweet chili and Cajun dipping sauces inspired by McDonald's South Korea menu. Because apparently, sweet chili and Cajun are South Korea's signature flavors, I guess. In the second piece of news, Derek Chauvin, the policeman who was responsible for George Floyd's murder last year, finally got convicted as guilty on 3 charges. And to that, all I have to say is this.
Stop in the name of the law or something.
जी हाँ, जुडिशियल सिस्टम की सहायता से हम पुलिस वालों को भी मारेंगे. जी हाँ. Just because your job is to enforce the law does not mean that the law cannot be enforced upon you. Now, as we all know, India is well known for one thing, Bollywood, because it is one of the biggest film industries in the world. And one thing Bollywood has taught us as Indians is that if a movie does well, you have to release a part 2. Golmaal did really well in the box office. Well, you need to make a Golmaal Returns. Coronavirus did really well in the first wave. We have to make a Corona Returns. And that's exactly what we did.
I didn't ask for part 2.
The same people who a few months ago were saying, "Kahan hai Corona? Corona kahan hai? Corona chala gaya. Dikh raha hai kahin pe. Ek Corona nikal ke dikhao. Ek Corona bhi nahi hai yahan pe." Are the same people who now are saying, "Kahan hai hospital bed? Chalega sare hospital beds. Ek oxygen tank nikal ke dikhao mujhe. Ek remdesivir dikhal ke dikhao." And while the politicians are sitting around acting like nothing at all is happening, influencers and people on the internet, on Twitter, Instagram, even Facebook, have started sharing resource lists, amplifying voices for those in need, and meeting them with people who have the resources to meet their needs. In this situation, the influencers are doing the job of the politicians, and the politicians are doing the job of the influencers, selling us fake products on fake promises. But guys, while the situation might seem really, really dire right now, there is a glimmer of hope. And that is the possibility of a vaccine, because it was announced on April 20th that Indians above the age of 18 will be eligible to receive a coronavirus vaccine starting May 1st. It's right now. It's right now. It's finally happening. It's here. It's right now. And of course, our Prime Minister, our beloved Modi ji, gave a speech just a few weeks ago. And here is a clip from that speech. In a unrelated event, 4 More Shots Please on Amazon Prime Video has now become the most streamed TV series on Amazon Prime Video. Because Indians, everyone are saying, 4 more shots please. Just 4 more shots. Immunity will be achieved. Thank you.
Give me 4 more shots, please.
In other news, the 63rd Annual Filmfare Awards were held in April. Bro, not the Filmfare, bro. American Filmfare. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's start again. The 63rd Annual Academy Awards were held this April. That's right, the Oscars are still happening. And this year, because of coronavirus restrictions, the Oscars were held at LA's Union Station. Union Station, of course, is the railway and bus station for the city of Los Angeles. And this year, the Oscars did not have a host. There was no host. Instead, this is how they announced winners. देवियों और सज्जनों, मूवी नंबर 5, 6, 0, 0, 2, 5, 7, 0 बेस्ट फिल्म घोषित की गई है। अवार्ड को जीतने वाले कृपया प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 2 के स्टेज से अवार्ड लेने आए। रेड कारपेट पे चलते समय धीमी गति से चलें और अपने आसपास के चलने वाले मूवी स्टार्स से सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ध्यान रखें। धन्यवाद। Ladies and gentlemen, movie number 5, 6, 0, 0, 2, 6, 7, 0 is the winner for the Best Picture Award. Winners can collect their trophies from platform number 2. Attendees are requested to follow social distancing guidelines while walking on the red carpet. Please be careful of the movie stars around you. It's now time for a brand new segment that I like to call 2 Truths and a Lie. I'm going to tell you 3 pieces of news that happened in the month of April. 2 of them will be real and 1 of them will be a lie. And you have to guess which one was the lie. Number 1, according to informal reports on Instagram, this expression is now the most popular expression on the app. Number 2, India is now officially the worst affected country because of the coronavirus. Number 3, India is currently under a nationwide lockdown because of the drastic turn of events when it comes to the coronavirus. Alright, I don't know if you guessed which one is true and which one is a lie, but if you live in India, you probably know which one was fake. So those were some of the things that happened in April that I found to be the most exciting, pivotal, and shocking. Now it's time to rate the month of April. I would like to give this month a whopping 3 lakh because that's how many new cases we are having every single day. I would like to rate this month a 0 on 10. The 0 stands for the number of oxygen cylinders we have in Delhi right now. Now coming to slightly more narcissistic topics, I am going to share my favorites of the month with you all. So I'm going to be sharing my favorite movie/TV show of the month, my favorite Instagram account, and my favorite random item of the month, as well as my favorite YouTube video. But before I dive into all of that fun information, I am going to go and grab a cup of iced coffee because spring is finally here. We're almost headed into summer, and my favorite part of summer is, well, the sunlight and the sunsets that happen really late in the evening, but also iced coffee. If you have made it so far in the video, wow, I can't believe it, but thank you. And I would urge you to grab a drink, some juice, some tea, some coffee, some water, whatever you like. Pause the video, run to your kitchen, get something, and then we will begin the favorites of the month. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause this and run to the kitchen. Coffee, glass. I have to hurry, otherwise they'll leave my video. Ice. Pour the milk. I hate black coffee, must drink sugar. Pour the coffee. Mix. I'm back. Alright, first up is my favorite TV show slash movie. So my favorite TV show of April 2021 was OK Computer on Disney Plus Hotstar, streaming now. I didn't make the series, I don't know why I'm promoting it. I wouldn't mind promoting this series because it is the best Indian TV show of this year, of this decade, of all time. OK Computer basically is a sci-fi comedy show. Yeah, sci-fi and comedy together. It is based in the future in 2031. Hi, mosquito. It is a world in which AI is everywhere and the AI follows the 3 laws of robotics, but plot twist, a self-driving car murders someone. And that's where the show begins. I'm not gonna spoil it a lot more for you, but I would like to say that Vijay Varma is in it, Radhika Apte is in it, Rasika Dugal is in it, Jackie Shroff is in it, and the show is really well written. It was the first Indian TV show that I had ever heard of that was based in like an AI sci-fi universe. So I was interested to see how much AI they really go into, you know, especially in an Indian TV show. So that's why I started watching it, but oh my god, the comedy part of it completely caught me off guard. The comedy style of that TV show is an absurdist comedy style. Absurdist is kind of like, you know, weird, out of the box things, but also it is so relatable if you're an Indian because it has a lot of like very obscure references to Indian things, and it manages to talk about a lot of socio-political and socio-economic issues that we as a country and as a world are facing currently, but it does that in a satirical comedy way. Just the sheer amount of topics that it covers, I cannot even get into it, which is why I reacted to the first 2 episodes of OK Computer, and I will release it in May, and you'll be able to see a lot of the other observations and things I have to say about that TV show in the reaction. Next up is my favorite book slash poem slash article of April 2021, and to share my favorite poem of the month with all of you, let us move to a slightly more moody background, shall we? So my favorite poem of this month has actually been an Urdu poem. As you know, I released a video called What If Taylor Swift Did Shairi? Shairi means Urdu poetry. And so while I was doing the research for that video, I started reading Urdu poems, and I found a poem that I really related to at the moment. I would like to read out that poem for you guys, and don't worry, I will translate every single line to the best of my abilities as I read through the poem. Why can I not found it. So this poem is by Qatil Shifai, that is the name of the Shire. This is how it goes. राब्ता लाख सही काफिला सालार के साथ हमको चलना है मगर वक्त की रफ्तार के साथ. So Rabta means connection, Kafila Salar means the chief of a caravan. So what it's saying literally is that you might be on really good terms with whoever is the leader of the caravan, but ultimately you have to follow the pace of time. I think that these 2 lines are about patience. You will only be able to do something if the time is right for the thing. Next line. गम लगे रहते हैं हर आन खुशी के पीछे, दुश्मनी धूप की है साया दीवार के साथ. Every time there's a moment of happiness, there's always something sad to go with it. The shadow on the wall is always in a fight with the sunlight. Next line. किस तरह अपनी मोहब्बत की मैं तकमील करूँ, गमे हस्ती भी तो शामिल है गमे यार के साथ. How do I fulfill my goals of love when there are other sad things in life that I have to deal with, other shit as well? That's what I think it is. Next 2 lines. लफ्ज़ चुनता हूँ तो मफ़हूम बदल जाता है, एक न एक खौफ भी है ज़रूरत इज़हार के साथ. Now these 2 are my favorite lines because what it's saying is every time you choose the words through which you want to express yourself, the meaning of what you wanted to express originally changes, and that also comes with the fear of expressing yourself in the first place. And when it comes to YouTube videos, I think I completely understand what this means because every time I think of a video idea in my head, it's perfect, but when I execute it, it's of course far from perfect. Now we are down to the last 4 lines. The next 2 lines are saying, दुश्मनी मुझसे किए जा मगर अपना बनकर, जान ले ले मेरी सयाद मगर प्यार के साथ. If you want to pick a fight with me, at least be close to me. Sayad means hunter, and the hunter is killing him, but with love. We've been spending a lot of time with our families in our homes these days, and although we love our families, we inevitably get in fights with them, but we still love each other. So दुश्मनी मुझसे किए जा मगर अपना बनकर. That line, of course, is very relevant right now. And the last 2 lines are saying, दो घड़ी आओ मिल आए किसी गालिब से कातिल, हजरत ज़ौक़ तो वाबस्ता है दरबार के साथ. Of course, Ghalib is a poet. Qatil is the name of this poet, the one who wrote the poem, and Zauq is also a pen name. Now these last two lines, I don't understand what they mean because they are talking about Ghalib and Ghalib's relation to this poet, and I really don't know what that's supposed to mean. There's also a website kind of explaining the meanings behind some of the lines in this poem in English, so I will link that as well. Now it's time for my favorite Instagram account of April 2021. Let's go! My favorite Instagram account of April 2021 was at I Spill Ice, also known as Andrea Home Cafe. This is one of those home cafe accounts. She films videos of her making some beautiful types of coffees. This is like a lilac one. This is a sweet taro milk. She always keeps experimenting with different kind of beverages. As you can see, their username is I Spill Ice, and they spill ice really often. If I spilled ice while making one of these videos, I would just start making the video all over again. But the fact that they own it and make it their brand is so cool. That's why I have managed to remain connected with this particular account. They post almost every day, and that's something that's really respectable. If you like coffee videos, if you like creative beverage videos, then I would urge you to check out at I Spill Ice. Coming to my favorite random item of the month, we have this thing. It is a silicone ice cube maker, but it's a spherical ice cube maker. I love watching videos on Instagram and YouTube of people making coffee at home in home cafes, as they like to call it. And one thing that these creators really love to do is to use different shapes and sizes of ice cubes, different colors of ice cubes even. And one of the most popular shape of ice cubes in these cool videos is a spherical ice cube. So I needed an ice cube maker, and I found this on Amazon. This is what it looks like. Let's put it in my coffee, shall we? Next up, we have my favorite YouTube video of this month. This video called Psychiatrist Daniel Amen Answers Brain Questions from Twitter. And this is from the YouTube channel Wired. Wired does these really cool interviews with professionals in different fields. For example, relationship expert breaks down relationships in popular TV shows like Friends. Neurologist breaks down different mental health disorders in movies. An accent expert reviews different accents in movies. Videos like this from Wired are my favorite, and this one especially was really informative. The psychologist explained so many different things about how the brain works and what you can do to be more healthy in terms of brain stuff, and I also got very inspired to be a little bit more proactive about my mental health after watching that video. And that's it for my favorites of this month. Have a great May, you guys. May the 4th be with you. May the force of the vaccine also be with you. And yeah, leave this video a like if you like, leave this video a subscribe if you like. If you don't like, freaking don't do anything, man. Bye.
God be my witness, let me really live this. Let me know forgiveness, yeah. God be my witness, better than the riches. Love and be my mission, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.